Hi, and welcome back to Exercising Today. I noticed from my last video that you couldn't hear my music, so I posted it anyway, and I'm going to try better today. So hopefully you can hear the music. We're doing a gentle hit workout, which I say gentle because usually a hit is a high intensity interval training, where we're going to be a little bit of a lower intensity interval training. So we're going to do a little bit of cardio and then stop doing the cardio, do a little bit of a strength exercise, either abs or something else, and then we're going to continue and do more cardio and then alternate back and forth between the two. So let's get started. We're in a march right now. Let me grab that beat. And as we start, we're just marching our feet. Now, if you can jog and bounce more than me, please do so. As I mentioned before, we're a little bit older and we might need to take it down a notch. So this is what I do because I can't jog. So my ankle hurts me and I do what I can, and this is the best I got. So I will be marching, but if you can jog, that's perfect. Okay, we're going to take this to a squat tap, and then I'm going to take my arms over my head. And again, with range of motion, if you are lacking range of motion, you don't have to go all the way over your head. You could come halfway or you can go in front, whatever is pain-free. So let me have that beat drop, and then I will tell you to get going with our squat tap. A squat tap looks something like this. Squat tap, see? And I'm going over my head because, again, I can't be very bouncy with my leg, but we can do what we can. And my arms are still good, so I will use my arms a lot to get my heart rate up. Ooh. Let's bring our arms to the front. Remember, this is just our warm-up. A little easier to hear that beat now. Let's go back overhead with the arms. You can really stretch your side out. And back in the front. Let's come back to our march. Our march is always where we're going to come back to. It's a nice little bit of a higher knee than just a walk in place, but a little bit of a march. And again, if you can jog here, please do. It's going to be better for you. You won't see me jog very much. Let's try a kick step. And when we kick step, again, I'm going to add the arms. But if you can't add arms, just put your hands on your hips. Let's start there. I'll put my hands on my hips and I'm still marching, and we do a kick step. Looks like this. Step, step, kick. Now, how high you kick, again, up to you and your range of motion. I don't kick very high until I'm a little warmed up. So right now, maybe a low kick. We can increase our height as we go along if we come back to kick steps later on. Let's add some arms. I'm going to do opposite. So when my right foot is out, my left arm is going to go out with it. Looks like this. Get some shoulder work involved. Are we feeling good? That's what we're here for. Exercising today, moving a little bit so that we're not sitting on the couch all day long. No matter what, whatever we're doing, this is better than sitting on the couch. Might be easy to you, but that's what we're here for. We're here for the easy, the beginner, the level 1. Okay, let's go back to marching. That was getting a little bit tiring. All right, so we're in the stretch mode right now. Let's go ahead and do our arm circles for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. 1, again with the range of motion. If you have tiny arm circles or low arm circles, that's fine. You're still warming up your joint in your shoulder. I feel good. I feel warmed up. All right, let's go down to the floor. This is our butterfly stretch, bottoms of our feet together. If you can get them all the way together, that's great. Mine sticks out, but these should be touching. And we're going to put our knees up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. One leg out. Reach for the toes with 2 hands if you can. If you're here, that's fine. Again, with range of motion. It is what it is, whatever your range of motion is. Everybody's different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch that. 2 hands over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your tummy for Cobra. If you need a better review of these stretches, go back to our warm-up video. I did them all in depth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit back on your heels for child's pose. This is my favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up into downward dog. Curl your toes under and pop that up. Push your heels down for a calf stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I squeeze out that itty bitty walk out and stand it up. Triangle pose. 1 hand down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're going to start our HIIT workout, and we're just going to start with our cardio. And we're going to start with a double step back and forth to the right and left, and then we'll stop and do an exercise which involves some strength training. No equipment will be necessary. The red tape that you see on my floor is about the space you need. It's probably the space that your coffee table is in between your TV and your couch. It's not very much space, so you shouldn't have to move anything, maybe just the coffee table to make room for your workout today. Okay, so we are double step right and left. It's going to look like this. Right together, left together. Let's get that together. Easy steps. Does not have to be dynamic. Again, right and left, it's easier to mirror me, and my rights and lefts are going to be messed up because of the video. So I'll do what I can. We should add some arms here. Or you could stay with your hands on your hips. We're going to do this for a little bit. We're going to be here. Let's go out and in with arms. This is using your biceps and your shoulder muscles to get involved, which is great. And again, we're keeping our heart rate up. And then we're going to bring our heart rate back down when we go to do the exercises. And that's the up and down of HIIT training. Doesn't necessarily mean you're torturing yourself. Your exercise should make you feel good, and it should be at least a little bit fun, right? Okay, my arms are starting to bug. Let's go back to our marching in place. Okay, the very first exercise we're going to do, stop the marching, is a shoulder tap. And shoulder taps are going to work your shoulders, but it's in a push-up position. And if you can't do a normal push-up position, all you're going to do is you're going to put your knees down so that you have a nice flat back. Your bottom and your back are in line. And the shoulder taps are, you take one hand and touch your shoulder and put it back. Opposite shoulder, touch, put it back, touch, put it back. touch, put it back. If you can go up into a regular push-up position, you should. Again, right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. And that's the shoulder taps. You can go as slow or as fast as you want to. We can hit the beat, but you can go at your own pace here. We're going to stay here for about 20 more seconds. Again, as fast or as slow as you want, wherever your level is. If you're here, that's okay. Again, any motion so that you're gaining strength and mobility. Okay, that was good. Let's come back up and add it to our HIIT workout where I'm peeking at my notes here, and we're doing a modified jack next. A modified jack, and this is because I cannot jump. And if you can jump, you do the regular jumping jacks is where you're X and I, but the feet do that too. X, I. A modified jack, same but different. I'm going to have my hands up in the air, but one leg is going to go out, and then I'm going to come back, and then when my hands go up, the other side goes back. That's a slow version. I'm going to pick up the beat, and we're going to do that. Ready? Here we go. It's fast. It's like a tap out. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds. Gets our heart rate back up. I'm already sweating. I need a sweat towel for next time. Sweat towel and water. That's what we need. That's the equipment that we need. Woo. Remember, you're beating everybody who's sitting on the couch. All right. This is good. Let's come back to marching. Next exercise. We're going to do a small heel touch, it's called. Now, your toes will probably go to the floor like my back foot does. My back foot sticks up, but that's okay. I have to unhook my mic there because I'm going to lay back. So when you do the heel touches, your back is like a windshield wiper on the windshield, and you're coming down to touch the sides of your feet. So I'm down, and what I'm doing here is you curl up just a little tension in your belly, and you're going to reach down. Now you could adjust that. If you can't reach, scoot them in, but don't cheat too much because it could get very easy. So a little bit where you're comfortable, and we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. And all you're doing is sliding your back and forth, tapping your heels with your fingertips. This is a lot of core. Woo. Maybe I need a sweatband. And if you need a little break, take a break and come back and catch up with us, okay? You could probably do 5, take a break, and 5 and take a break. Okay, let's move on from there. I actually have to re-hook up my mic in the back, check my notes. Whew. And we're going to do ham curls with tricep extensions for our next cardio. And what that looks like is very simple. You're going to have an open stance. And before I do arms, we'll add them in a little bit. I'm going to explain the feet. So you're going to lean over to one side, and you're going to curl the other leg back. You're going to lean over and curl the other leg back. It is a little bouncy. I try not to bounce. I catch myself. What that motion looks like is this. We'll catch the beat in a minute. Triceps extension is this motion. We don't have weight, but we don't need it. If you make tension in your muscle, try not to overextend with your elbows, especially if you have elbow issues. Occasionally from lifting, I'll get a little bit of a tendonitis in my elbow, and that'll bother me. But if you are good and free of pain and your range of motion is here for extensions of the tricep during the ham curls. This is the ham curls. This is the tricep extension. So we're going to try that when the beat drops, or we can go right now and I can figure out the beat. When it drops, I will be there. Here's our feet. Looks like I think I'm gonna hit the beat, but we'll see. There it is. All right, next one is adding in your tricep extensions to every ham curl. So your arms and your legs are together. If that's too much, put your hands on your hips. Just get the feet before you add the arms. You could add the arms your second day. Okay, we're going to stay here for about 30 more seconds. That's a good one. Feel the music. You can zone out as you burn calories. Burn them calories. Okay, let's get it back on our hips so that we can give our arms a break. Let's march. Let everything kind of loosen up. That was good. Feel that? That's our triceps. That's what we're working when you're doing that arm motion. Let's get our heart rate down a little bit, not too quickly. And our next exercise is actually a lower body, and knee problems will probably have trouble, but I want you to pay attention to where your knee goes in relation to your toe. So when you're doing this, you're going to do a lunge, and it's side lunge. You're going to step out, and you're going to bend a little bit. Now, if you have full mobility in your knees, you're going to bend, and you could touch the floor. That is difficult, okay? If you do that, then you're going to push off and come back to center. When you go back down with the other side, you're still going to look at that knee-toe line. Your knee should always be behind the toe. Could be in line or behind, but never forward over. So what that's going to look like is we're going to do this slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm pushing off like this. It's giving me a little bit of a jump. We're going to stay here for 20 seconds. If you don't have that at all, here, this is where you're at, okay? It's a little bit of a slow lunge. This is a lateral lunge. Again, if you want to go deeper and you have a range of motion that's better, then you go deeper. If you could touch the floor, touch the floor. That's going to give you a bigger range of motion. But again, look at your knee. Check your spacing. Your knee should be behind your toe. You're going to feel that in your inner thighs. Okay? Whew. It's getting my heart rate up. This is a strength exercise for legs. Be very careful. Be very smooth. Again, we're looking for increased mobility. If you're halfway, you're halfway. It's more than the people sitting on the couch. I'm probably going to sit on the couch after this. It is what it is. We're all working online now. I should sit on my yoga ball while I do it. Okay, let's just march and come back. That actually got my heart rate up more than the cardio. And that was supposed to be our strength. All right, let's talk about a kick step. And kick step is, I think we did it in our warm-up. A kick step is when you step and kick out, and we're going to do a double arm to keep our heart rate going a little higher. Let's do a double arm overhead. That's really going to get us going. So what that looks like is this. A little breath, a little out of breath, a little sweat. That's the part that makes you feel good. When you're done, you're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel energized just from this simple, easy movements. Come back again tomorrow, because today is tomorrow, tomorrow's today. Exercising today means you're trying something every day. Are you going to hit something every day? Probably not. If you hit 3 out of the 7 days, you're doing good. You start small and work up. And then you'll just want, after a long time of working out, you'll want to feel as good as this makes you feel. So you kind of make yourself do it. The motivation's not always there. Let's take the arms away there. I was getting out of breath. Whew. Let's take our kick back to march. Bring our heart rate back down. Whew. I have to check my little list. I have it hanging on the wall over here. All right, there's one more one more exercise and one more exercise and one more step. So we're going to do our exercise. We're going to do an in and out. I call them in and outs. Some people call them lemon squeezes. But there's variations to this, and I'll show you a couple. We're down on the floor. You're on your bottom, and you can take your hands and support your upper body. That is going to make it easier for you. If you don't have them, that's a level up, a more difficult move. So I'm going to leave them here, and our heels are on the floor. And what we're going to do is lean back a little bit, and then we're going to come forward and just bring our knees towards our chest. And we're going to do that for, let's just do 15, okay? If you can do 15, great. If you do 5 and rest and then do 5 more, great. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need a break. How about that? I set my goal a little too high. I'm going to do 5 more, though, after my break. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Let's go back to cardio. And our cardio is just a step together today. Single side step. I think we did our first warm-up video a long time ago. What it looks like is this. It's kind of like that old school 80s dance move, but we're going to add some arms to it. Whew, I'm not sure what. Let's do this. Pull them back. Again, range of motion here. I like my range of motion big because I know I can't bounce this. Some people could bounce this. You could do a little, like a pony step over, but my lateral movements aren't great. So I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to pull it back. That's getting into the back muscles. Oh, this is an all-over body workout. This is good for me. I didn't work out today at all. This is fantastic. Oh, there's a nice beat. And now it's gone. It's a little slower, but that's good because we're about to cool it down after this one. All right, let's come back with just hands on sides, but stay with your side step. And I'm out of breath. We're going to slowly bring our heart rate down. We're going to go from our side step to our march. And I don't want any arms because that's taking our heart rate down a little bit, so we're prepared to do some stretches at the end. We'll do some different stretches since we did our normal stretches at the beginning. It's always important to stretch at the beginning, after a warm-up, at the beginning of your workout, and after your workout at the end. It prevents soreness for the muscles to relax and come back to their normal capacity. And we want to make sure that we're trying not to be sore, but you might be. It's okay. This is a gentle workout. Shouldn't be that sore. Okay, let's go back to march. This is our neutral. We'll always come back to our march. Oh, I need a sweat towel and water bottle next time. We're finishing up here on our short workout. Let's do a nice straddle position. Now, whenever we bend, I'm going to touch my feet because I do have a degree of flexibility, but if you're not there, adjust and modify to the stretch that you can do. We're going to go straight down to the middle. You might be here. That's fine. Just hang your body so that you feel the stretch in the back of your legs. I'm able to go down and touch the floor, but you might not be able to, and that is fine. Just go to the point where you feel the stretch. It's still doing the same thing. I'm going to actually hand walk over to one side. If you're here, you're just going to turn your body gently and reach down towards your foot. I have both hands over here. And I'm going to hand walk back over to the other side. Oh, that felt good. Okay, this is excellent. All right, so we're also gonna squat down. This is a lower back stretch. We're squatting and I'm kind of sitting back on it. I'm gonna lean it forward. I'm gonna drop one shoulder. dropping one's shoulders, really getting into the back, the lower back, the upper back, mid back. Feels fantastic. And good. Let's gently stand it up. Always come back to neutral before you try to stand up to prevent anything from being pulled. Let's do a little twisting. Gentle and slow, never any jerky movements on our stretches, ever. And we're going to go over this side. One hand's going to come over, and one hand is going to go down your leg. You're kind of using that as a stability point. And let's go to the other side. Always go to the point of pull, never pain. And that was really good. Let's take our hands behind our back if you can for a chest stretch. Good. Let's do a couple arm circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're done for the day. You just did a nice little HIIT workout, and we stretched, and you should feel energized and ready for the rest of your evening or afternoon or morning. Great job.